Hey everybody, Punisher Comics here, and it is time once again for a movie review. Yes, I haven't done one since the Wonder Woman movie, and I figured, you know what? Wonder Woman, she's had her time in the spotlight. Now, it's time to move on. So today, I'm going to be reviewing Spider-Man Homecoming. And on a side note, it was awesome. And then, after this, I have plans on reviewing Atomic Blonde, because it looks amazing. And I don't know why. Maybe it's slight delirium from being sick. I don't know. But then I plan on reviewing the Emoji Movie. Yeah. Can you tell I'm really excited? I already know right now it's not going to be good. And that's not just because I saw that it got a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't really follow that whole rating system stuff. I always say I'm my own critic, so but I know it's gonna be bad. I mean, who makes a movie about emojis? Anyway, that's for later on down the road. Today we're focusing on Spidey. So let me just pull up my notes here, and we'll be good to go. Right. Open that. That's that. Alright, so I apologize, I'm still a bit under the weather, so bear with me. So in the late 1980s, Marvel began a run of comic books called Damage Control, which was about the underpaid, overworked schmoes charged with cleaning up the messes made by superhero battles, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I still say they should do a TV show or something based on Damage Control. I remember hearing a little while back there was some rumblings about it, but I haven't heard anything since. But anyway, so this Damage Control series is actually quite relevant to Spider-Man Homecoming for two specific reasons. Firstly, it inspired the movie's villain, the Flying Crook, the Vulture, who is excellently played by Michael Keaton, who starts out as a blue-collar construction guy sifting through the rubble left behind at the end of Avengers Assemble. And secondly, the more crucially actually, is it seems to have really set the vibe for the first Spider-Man film made with Marvel's direct creative input. So this Peter Parker is perpetually on the fringes of something way more exciting, less a noble lad discovering his inner hero than a dweeby kid desperate to get into the party around the corner. And ditching the angst and sludgy plotting of the last few films. I mean, Homecoming is easily, I think, the best Spider-Man film since Sam Raimi's operatic Spider-Man #2. I mean, that was awesome. I mean, Doc Ock was Molina as Doc Ock. Oh, that was great. But I mean, just the whole movie itself was awesome. But anyway, and in no small part, this is due to it starring the, I think, best screen Spider-Man so far. Nimble and shrimpy, though weirdly buff once he removes his shirt. Tom Holland's Peter Parker is hugely endearing from his first scene shooting a video diary of the airport fight from Captain America Civil War on his phone. Great. And he's barely in control of his powers and appealingly lame. But one scene in which he turns up at a party hoping to hook up with cool classmate Liz, played by Laura Harrier, feels like a superhero version of Superbad. I mean, it's a refreshing spin on the comic book movie template, and nice to have a film this big not afraid to frequently keep things relatively small. You know what I mean? Um, the director of this movie, John Watts, is making the leap from a small film himself. I mean, 2015's nifty little thriller Cop Car, and the lightness of touch he demonstrated there is in this movie in spades. I mean, with the genius Ferris Bueller's Day Off joke, and even the big action sequences. I mean, the standout being a Washington Monument rescue. Oh, so good. Peppered with sharp gags here and there. The performances he gets out of the young cast are sweet and sparky and just so good. And just as Cop Car pitted kids against an adult evildoer in Kevin Bacon's Corrupt Lawman, Watts really works the same dynamic here as Peter butts heads with the intimidating, very intimidating Adrian Toomes, aka the Vulture. I mean, this winged bastard, I mean, oh my god, complete with a furry collared bomber jacket, making him look at least a little vulture-esque. I mean, the mask kind of gives him a vulture bird face, but anyway, excuse me, is far from Marvel's most interesting villain. Though, it's nice to have a baddie who's just out to make some cash rather than, drop cities on people's heads and whatnot. He's like, he's a supervillain, but he has like a street level mentality. He just wants to get that big score and get lots of cash. He doesn't have that stereotypical supervillain mentality, and I love it. Maybe that's why I kind of have not a soft spot, but I kind of dig the Vulture. So anyway, now I lost my place. I gotta stop rambling. There we go. So despite Keaton's best efforts and being described by other characters as a psychopath dressed like a demon, the human bird of prey is only mildly compelling, and the duke it out CGI heavy action finale between him and Parker does drag somewhat, but the Vulture does provide the movie with some cool sci-fi trimmings. I mean, Toomes has adapted the Chitauri alien tech he's found into a variety of amazing weapons. Fortunately, Peter has his own new tech as well, courtesy of a suit. And of all this new tech, I just gotta say, web grenades, awesome. Which, and this suit, of course, was gifted to him by his Avenger mentor, Mr. Tony Stark. And much has been made of the injection of MCU characters into Spider-Man's until now hermetically sealed world. I mean, the makers of Homecoming had a tricky tightrope to walk, over Marvel, the pudding, and it becomes another Avengers movie, but underdo it, and it's just another Spidey reboot. You know what I mean? The balance, though, is pretty much spot on, with the familiar faces treated as, sprinkles on the ice cream sundae, if you will. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. literally phones in most of his performance, but in the best possible way. And there is a recurring cameo from another superhero, which gets progressively funnier as the film goes on. And trust me, I know pretty much like 99.999% of you watching know it's a Marvel movie, so you stick around after the credits. And this recurring cameo, I think, gets the funniest bit in the after credits scene. Oh my god, hilarious. Anyway, and of course, Peter Parker, geeks out every time, one of them swings into a scene or whatnot. And I think it's safe to say, if you haven't seen Homecoming yet, it's likely you'll probably geek out too. I know I did, especially at picking out some of the Easter eggs here and there in the movie. I was like, oh, that was the. Yeah. Excuse me again. This movie had me doing that a lot. So, yeah, it was damn good. I loved it. So much as to I would rate this movie 4 out of 5 stars. That's how much I love this movie. So, that's that for that. So, I hope you enjoyed this movie review. But before I go, I'd like to know, to any of you out there who saw Spider-Man Homecoming, what did you guys think of the movie? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what was your favorite part, what was your favorite Easter egg? I want to know. And, yeah, so that's it for now. I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to be dropping my Atomic Blonde review, but it won't be too long after this one. But yeah, that's what you got to look forward to next. So, because I really can't wait to see that movie. Anyway, I took up enough of your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If not, give her a thumbs down. And if you did enjoy this video, check out the playlist I put together of a few of my other movie reviews. I don't do them a lot. I want to keep them kind of sporadic here and there, because since my channel is a comic book based channel, but movies here and there do fit into that category, or whatever the heck you want to call it. So anyway, that's it for that. So till next time. Oh no, what am I talking about? Also, if you enjoy what you see here on my channel, make sure to drop a comment, because I love reading them as well as answering them. And also, while looking around my channel, make sure to like or dislike any video you watch. Yes, I did say dislike, because let's face it, no one's perfect, right? And then, when all is said and done, before leaving, make sure to click that subscribe button. Alrighty? Now that's it. So, till next time, I'm Punisher Comics, and I am out.